This is a Mowbray MCU900 control unit. We have a problem with this particular unit regarding the date and the time that's shown on the display. Whenever the unit is powered down, then on power up the display shows 0.00 hours and the date reverts back to the date of manufacture. If we have a look in the menu in Setup, System, and then the Settings menu, here we see the date, and it's gone to 1st of the 1st 03, which was the date of manufacture. If we try and edit that, say to the 12th of the 1st 2014, save it, and the time, if we try that to change the time, at the moment it's 0.02. If we edit that and make it the current time, which is 1530 hours, and save it, then when we go back online, we can see it shows 1530. It appears that it's been accepted. If I turn the power off, when I turn the power back on again, I have to wait for it to power up. But what we'll see is the display will show 0.00 hours. And if we went into the menu again, it would show the date of 01/01/03. Let's just wait for it to power up and see the display. Let's try to find a transmitter, but there isn't one attached to this unit at the moment. But here we are, we can see the display, and we can clearly see the time is 0.00. What's causing this problem? Well, inside the control unit there is a battery providing a power supply to the real-time clock, and what will have happened is that that battery is discharged. This is the battery, and we need to replace it. It sits inside the control unit on top of an integrated circuit board. So what we'll have to do is take the front panel off to get into the control unit. So first of all, I'll turn the power off. And what we have to do is take this bezel off first of all. Here, if you just put a screwdriver underneath, you can just gently ease this bezel off of here, and there are 4 screws. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We need to undo those and then pull the unit forward. Also, to remove the boards from the housing, remember to take these plug-in connectors out from the back of the unit. The circuit boards will then come out of the unit, and here, that is the battery that we've got to replace. Now, to do that, it sits on an integrated circuit board. What we do, just gently ease it off from underneath, and that will gently pull off. I'll just put it, there we are. That is the battery. We've got to replace it. The battery that we use is an ST Microelectronics battery, model M4T28-BR12SH1, and it's available from people like Farnell Radio Spares, good equipment suppliers. Okay, so I've changed the battery. I'll just zoom in on it so you can see how I've orientated it. That's fitted now inside. What I've got to do now is just put the boards back into the controller housing. Okay, so I've replaced the battery and fitted the boards back into the housing. One point I should have mentioned is on the mains powered units, on the side here there is a fuse. To remove the boards, remove that fuse out of the housing. Otherwise, if you don't do that, these boards here will not go forward into the housing. The top one will, but the bottom one won't. It's because of this fuse holder in here. So remove the fuse and then the boards will come through to the front of the control housing. I've reset the time and date to today's date, 28th of July 2016. The time is now 16:17, and if I turn the power supply off, instead of going back when I turn the power supply back on, instead of going back to 0.00 and the date when the original manufacturer of the first MCU900s, which was 2003, 01/01/03, it will now go and display today's date, and I'm just waiting for it to power up. It should show the correct time, 16:17.